Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Valentin Dish. Locals from Para have been facing issues of traffic congestion and nuisance due to the tourists, especially at the Para Road known as Madani. Presently, the Para Coconut Tree Road, aka Madani Road, famous for the movie Dear Zindagi, is always full of tourists and people clicking and making posts for social media. Here, the tourists often seen to be blocking the road. Even the residents and the panchayat are upset with this.
Now, the locals from Para have been facing issues of traffic congestion and nuisance due to the tourists, especially at the Para Road, which is known as Madani. Presently, this road, which is famous in movies like Dear Zindagi and several others, is always full with tourists, wherein people are clicking and making posts for their social media. Now, social media has turned nuisance for the locals as well as the commuters on this road. Even the residents and panchayat are upset about the same. One of the residents also said that tourists are taking selfies doing photo shoot, which is not a problem, but they shouldn't create problem to the people and locals traveling on this road. Often it is seen that people are here but creating nuisance for the commuters. Watch.
The question for Para Madani, that street, has actually become like a nuisance to the locals and the people staying around. Taking selfies and doing shootouts and all, it is not a problem, it is not an issue, but it should not be a nuisance to the public who are actually the locals and people traveling on the road. Since it is a PWD road, the tourists should understand that the road is supposed to be for the vehicles and not for the shooting. In case if they want to do some shooting, they should maintain some kind of a respect to the people who are traveling on the road, so that free flow of traffic should be understood. Not that like they just for them it is a holiday, but for others locals like it is actually a nuisance. So that is why actually they should understand why the locals are getting irritated on this nuisance kind of thing. Otherwise, for us, like it is good thing, like our street is famous for the particular place, but then at times like it is very nuisance.
आयज आमी माडानी रोडाचेर उबे आहा. हो रोड आहा पळय, हो ट्युरिस्टांक सदीत बिजी आसता. सकाळचे पळय ट्युरिस्ट स्टार्ट जाता पळय ते सांजचे रात जायसर हांगा ट्युरिस्ट आसतात. आनी इतलो ट्युरिस्ट हांगासर रस्त्यार आसल्या कारणान ते पार्किंगूय रस्त्यार करताले पयले. आनी हो रोडूय बिजी. तर आमचे हे लोकल्स लोक जे हे रोडा वयसून वयताले तांकां खूब प्रॉब्लम येवंक लागले. फुडें आमकां खूब कंप्लेनां येयली. हो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करपाक आमकां खुबश्यो गोश्टी हांगासर हाडच्यो पडल्यो. हांगासर पार्किंग नासल्या कारणान ते रस्त्यार पार्किंग करताले, म्हणून आमकां खंय तरी तांकां पार्किंग करून दिवचें पडलें. मागीर आमी एक चर्च एंडाक पार्किंग केलें आनी दुसरें हांगासर एक पार्किंग केलें. आतां ही पार्किंग आसा पळय ती पंचायती कडेन लँड ना, सो आमी कोणाची तरी ती पार्किंग घेतली, तांकांय आमकां कंट्रिब्यूट करचें पडटा. आनी हांगासर स्टाफ घातलो. ह्यो गाडयो ज्यो आहा त्यो पार्किंगाक लावन स्टाफ घातलो हांगासर, जेणे करून हांगली जी ट्रॅफीक आहा ती स्मूथ जावची म्हणून. आतां आमी गाडयो सगळ्यो तुमकां दिसता हांगासर पार्किंगान लायिल्ल्यो आहा, तश्योच त्या एंडाक पार्किंगाक लायिल्ल्यो आहा. पूण हे जे ट्युरिस्ट येतात ते ट्युरिस्ट रस्त्याचेर रावता. कित्याक तांकां खबर ना हो रस्तो आहा तो ट्रॅफिकाचो म्हणून. पूण ते हॉलिडे मोडाचेर आसतात, ते हांगा येतात, हांगा फोटो काडपाक तांकां आवडटा, हांगासर ते रस्त्यार रावतात. कितले सांगले बसून जाल्यार ते आयकनात. आमचो स्टाफ आहा तो सांगत आसता तांकां, तेंचे कडेन खुबदां तेंचे आर्ग्युमेंट जातात. तांकां दिसता की बाबा हो रस्तो फक्त तांकां फोटो काडपाक केला. मागीर तांकां सांगून कन्विन्स करून खुबश्यो आमकां हांगा डिफिकल्टी येतात. लोकांकूय हांगा खूब डिफिकल्टी जाता. पूण तरी तितूंतल्या तितून आमी आमचे 100% घालून आमी हो प्रॉब्लम हांगासरलो सॉल्व करपाची पूर्ण आमी आमची हे हांगासर हे करता. आतां इतले आसोन बसून इतले करून बसून हांगासर आमकां हे प्रॉब्लम आसात, पूण तरी पूण तितूंतल्या तितून आमी आमचे प्रयत्न घालून हो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करपाची प्रयत्न आहा आमचो.
It's a Herald TV Bureau report.
The famous Anjuna hill has now turned into a hotspot for garbage dump, harming the environment and risking public health. Garbage has been observed dumped near shops and restaurants in close proximity to the hill, which has become a major nuisance. Today, Team Herald raises important questions regarding the party responsible for his ongoing issue.
Anjuna Hill used to be known for its beauty and amazing views. Sadly, it has now been ruined by piles of garbage. The spot that caused this mess seems to have forgotten about taking care of the environment and has instead used this hill as their own trash dump. The consequences of this careless behavior are serious. The plants and animals that live on the Anjuna Hill are now in danger of being permanently harmed. The hillside is overwhelmed by people's thoughtlessness. Improper waste disposal also poses health risks. Burning bottles and other trash release harmful fumes that can make it hard to breathe, especially for people with existing health problems. Meanwhile, youth Shahbaz Alam said that the Anjuna Hill's beauty has faded due to it becoming a dumping ground for garbage, endangering plants and animals. Careless waste disposal harms nature and poses health risks with harmful fumes, making it difficult to breathe. We must address this thoughtlessness and protect our surroundings, he said. Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
It's Goa's statehood at 36 years that we will be celebrating on Tuesday. Now, in these 36 years, the question arises, has the development been a pseudonym of rampant agitation and corruption? Or the power with statehood has done well for the betterment of Goa and its people? This is one of the key discussions in Herald TV's recent point-counterpoint debate. Here, the panelists also spoke on the impact of development after statehood in Goa, and while the development has increased Goa's gross state domestic product and led to a flourishing tourism sector, there has been concerns of corruption and environmental destruction.
One is that our identity and our aspirations for Goa being a state has been fulfilled politically or as an identity. But there has been rampant development. Hills have been bulldozed for this development. Just to take example of the Reshmagosh Hill, it was a beautiful green hill.
Yes.
And they have put up that structure now. Huge structure is coming up. First hill that came up was that Tata, this thing in Betim. So one after another, our hills are being cut, axed everywhere. The trees are being axed. Okay, so natural heritage is on the radar of insensitive development. So our natural heritage is being destroyed. Now we are worried about our river being diverted, our springs, our ponds, our lakes. People throw garbage, and there is rampant construction everywhere.
Just should be intellectual hub. That's what they say. It can be because people of Goa are really intellectuals. But what is the government doing?
Right.
It should be educational hub. What Goa is doing? Nothing of that sort. Here the people, we have to work hard to keep the people in this land, and for that purpose, right skill should be, they should be trained with the right skill, and they should be given the opportunity to work. The development should not be based on the increase in money. There should be not, there should be happiness index for the development. You should be happier than what you were before. Ultimately, what for we live? To live happily. Now, Goa is much higher in development index, but what is the use of it when more than 40% of the people are living under poverty? They are living in poverty. You have to accept. But we cannot see them how they live. They don't want to tell what are their problems, what they are facing. But still they are. So what we want after this achieving statehood was that all people are better than what they were before. But it is not happening. Why it is not happening? Because it is secluded to a certain group of people who are very close to the power, who are in the corridors of the power. They enjoy the fruits. Right. So we have to think of the we have to think of the happiness index. For happiness index, we have to think of the environment. We have to think of the food that we use today, the pesticides that is used by the farmers,
Right.
and what they are getting, the health aspect, and then only we can say there is development.
In terms of getting more power, in terms of getting more financial autonomy, political autonomy, or autonomy in terms of decision making, whether we have used it to the best way we could or not may be debatable, but it is certain that we have got a lot of power. Yes, as what I agree with my seniors here who said that probably we have misused, or our politicians have misused power and misused this particular autonomy. But I believe that collectively, if you look at qualitative and quantitative indicators, statehood has done us much good. When I'm saying this, I must also caution all of us that, see, it is not that everything you would gain by getting your statehood. You need to manage your affairs very well. And then Goa, the small size of the state is an advantage and also our disadvantage. So remember, meaning once we talk about beautiful Goa, green Goa, clean Goa, etc., if development has to happen, maybe somewhere we need to take a toll. And then of course your natural beauty, heritage also does take a toll, and it has happened. In Goa it has happened to a little greater extent, and one must admit that we are unable to retain, or we have been unable to retain, the beauty of our natural resource. But to a greater extent we have led to more happiness in terms of our development indicators. We have got more political and financial autonomy. Probably we have not been able to use well because the politicians have failed us, but statehood overall has made us good. So for per capita income, etc., we have grown excellently well as compared to other developing countries. I'm not even comparing states. But there are some three important problems, or very perennial problems of the state. First, the economy, the structural economy of Goa is eroded now. What do I mean by that? First, Goa was an agricultural economy, a self-sustaining economy, and we were producing most of the things which Goans needed during liberation, or before liberation, or after liberation, before statehood. Now, right from poultry to chicken to bread, we are now dependent on, right from milk, we are dependent on other states. We are not even having a self-sustaining model. The structure has changed to such an extent that once upon a time an agricultural economy has become a service-dominant economy. I have no problems about services if the services comprises of IT exports, if it comprises of pharma exports, it comprises of high skill. But here, when I'm talking about services in the state of Goa, these services are only come from maybe casino dealings, or it comes from real estate, or it comes from hotel and entertainment. Now, these are not sustaining models. So therefore, the structure of the economy has eroded. So that's the first problem. Second, we have seen is massive unemployment. If you look at the numbers today of Goa state, it is the highest across all states in the country. And
The
unemployment figures are highest. Now, why should a smaller state, which is otherwise a prosperous state, have high numbers of unemployment? It is because of that there are no opportunities. We have not been able to go at good investments in the sectors which are which can create employment, or probably our education system has failed us to such an extent that we are producing an army of unemployable people, unemployable graduates. All these factors has led to massive unemployment, and that's the reason exodus is one of the things. Third, we have messed up with our entire financial economy. As a government, here I blame all the successive governments after 80 or 85 or 87 after the statehood. None of these governments, successive governments, have taken care of inclusive planning or financial planning for the state in terms of balancing the expenditures with the revenue, or looking it for new sources of revenue, or doing a balancing act of spending from what you have rather than spending from borrowings.
Correct.
Our borrowings or public debt has increased, and it is increased to such an extent.
It's about 24,000 crores now.
It is just a minimal figure.
24,000
but
crores.
If you really would like to put an estimate, I would put it at around 32,000 crores for the entire state of economy, because there are very hidden factors. So we say off balance sheet funding,
Right.
that shows the amount as small. So
No,
it is
also the
underestimated.
point is that you need to get more money to even fund the interest.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So here we are unable to even service our debts.
Correct.
So that's a greater problem. So I feel that unemployment, erosion of the financial structure and erosion of an economic structure are three important or perennial problems which Goan economy has to face not only now, but Goans will have to face this for the long term.
Bureau Report for Herald TV.
Now in Ponda, the locals have expressed their serious concern over the overflowing gutter and stench emanating from the city main road opposite the Kurtakar pharmacy and Davlikar agency at Kazivada. Here's more.
Pondites complained of overflowing gutters at Kaisavada and demanded action by the health department and the Ponda municipality. The shop owner, Ratnadeep Kutarkar, informed that it's been 4 years they are forced to bear the unbearable stench as gutters are overflowing, carrying sewage water of hotels and residential areas. The health department with officials from the Ponda municipality inspected the area on May 6, 2019. However, so far no action has been initiated into the matter.
12 महिने वावत असता 2-3 हॉटलां वयर आसात 2 हावसिंग कॉलनी आसा त्या सगळ्यांचे सिवरेज वॉटर हांगा सगळे आयिल्लें आसता आमी 2019-24 एप्रील 2019 आमी म्युनिसिपालिटीन कंप्लेन केल्ली की अशें आसात ते मातशें कितें करचें आनी मागीर तें लेटर घेवन 5 मे 2019 तेणें हेल्थाक रिफर केलें हेल्थाचें इन्स्पेक्शन जालें 7 तारखेक 7 मे 2019 4 वर्सां जालीं हांव ताका हेल्थाचें इन्स्पेक्शन जालें आनी तेणें रिपोर्ट दिलो with reference to above, I just took about the report. During the inspection, it is noticed that some hotels in surrounding area and one of the residential buildings are draining their wastewater in public nala. This gets accumulated in front of shops of Sri Deven Navikar and Kurtarkar medical stores, creating bad odor and nuisance in surrounding. In view of above, it is requested to take necessary action at your end as the area comes under your jurisdiction. हे आता क्लियरली रिपोर्ट दिला असा की त्यांचे सगळे सिवरेज वॉटर जे आसा न्ही ते सगळे गटान व्हांवता 12 महिने आणि आता 4 वर्सां जाली आमी कितल्या फावटी म्युनिसिपालिटीन कंप्लेन केल्यो कावन्सिलराक मेळ्ळें प्रेसिडेंटाक मेळ्ळें कांयच एक्शन घेतलेलें ना म्युनिसिपालिटी जशी गटर बांदता तशी तांची जी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आसता की ती टायम टू टायम ती गटर साफ करची ते कंटिन्युअसली उदक व्हांवता ताका लागून मलेरिया आनी डेंग्यू बिंग्यू कितें वॉटरबॉर्न डिसीज आसा न्ही ती जावपाची खूब शक्यता आसता आमी इतलो असो वास येता की लोक हांगसर येवपाक हांगसर ह्या रोडा वयल्यान लोक येवपाक तयार नासतात सगळ्या दुकानदाराची गिरायकां ताका लागून वयता म्हाजी मागणी आसा सगळ्या दुकानदारां तर्फे की म्युनिसिपालिटीन ताबडतोब एक्शन घेवचें आनी ही गटर्स क्लीन.
Bureau Report, Herald TV.
Old Goa police rounded up 14 persons in Divar Island for suspicious movement and for drinking in open public places. Here's more.
Old Goa police rounded up 14 persons in Divar Island for suspicious movement and for drinking in open public places. Complaints were received from the local bodies and residents from Divar that are suspicious movements of strangers in the island area and also people from across the river come on the island to drink in the open public places. They throw the garbage and break bottles, causing inconvenience to the locals and creating public nuisance. As per sources, some locals from Divar were also involved in such activities. The Old Goa police identified 12 such hotspots, which, with the help of the locals in Divar, and visited in late nights. Caught suspiciously moving people from other states near isolated church area and rounded up persons near the sluice gate and jetties for drinking in the open public. Shagun Gaude for Herald TV.
The Goan Taekwondo team consisting of Himal Bista, Noam Lobo, Joanne Ataid, Adam Lobo, Supriya Jaygari and Jason Ataid took part in the 32nd North and East Taekwondo Championships hosted at the Jim Corbett National Park. The training was conducted by coach Prakash Jaygari. The team brought glory to Goa by securing 4 silver medals and 1 bronze medal in the championship. Competitors from all across India participated in the event.
The Goan Taekwondo team consisting of Himal Bishta, Noam Lobo, Johanna There, Adam Lobo, Supriya Jagadi and Jason Athere took part in the 32nd North and East Taekwondo Championship hosted at Jim Corbett National Park. Their training was conducted by coach Prakash Jagadi. The team brought glory to Goa by securing 4 silver medals, 1 bronze medal in the championship. Competitors from across India participated in the event.
Okay, we are here with our kids to participate in the 32nd Taekwondo competition being held at the Jim Corbett Park. It's quite a good event over here. People from all over India have come to participate in this. Amidst all the participation of all over India, this Star Taekwondo Academy that trains our kids and young ones for Taekwondo have bagged 4 silver medals, one bronze medal, which is quite an achievement because there were only six contestants. It's quite an achievement for Goa under the guidance of our coach Prakash Jaigade, and we parents are pretty thankful to him for giving them such good training and getting them to this level.
Story by Sagun Gaude for Herald TV.
St. Roch Youth Sports Club of Majorda entered into the finals of the Kavalosi Panchayat Rolling Trophy by defeating Varka Sports Club 2-1 in the inter-village football tournament played at Dr. Drewston and Wellington Ground in Kavalosi.
The St. Roch YSC of Majorda enter into the finals of the Kavalosi Panchayat Rolling Trophy by defeating Varka SC by 2-1. Majorda, with a strong half line of Bleven and Russell, drew the first blood in the second minute of the match when Irfan Lal took a snapshot which went on to the right corner of Varka goal, giving no chance to Mohammed under the Varka bar. Irfan had another easy chance when he shot from the edge of the penalty, which missed the crossbar by inches. Crossing over, Majorda tried to increase the lead and succeed when Russell Fernandez gave an accurate pass to Lenny of Majorda, who easily tapped the ball into the Varka score to lead a 2-0. Varka did the attack with Aaron and Clayton combining well, but often failed to cross the ball in the centre at the time. However, Aaron made attempts when, in a solo move, he volleyed at long range from the centre, which was misjudged by Majorda keeper to reduce the margin of Varka. Man of the match was awarded to Irfan Lal of Majorda at the hands of PI Terran De Costa of Kolwa Police Station and Sarpan Dixon Vaz, who was present. A story by Ignacio Nerona for Herald TV.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news and alerts, please follow us on Twitter at @OHeraldoGoa and also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Herald TV. Thank you and keep watching Herald TV.